This would be a miserable Monday depending on your take, depending on where your stance is. Because unfortunately, an atrocious act was committed against the Steelers last night. Steeler Nation, I am here in the building. It's your boy Lex Anderson, and you have entered the Sports Opinion Log. This video is sponsored by my hair company, Celebrity Hair Core. Check us out online at celebrityhaircore.com for your grade 8A virgin human hair extensions. Folks, let's just get right to it. I saw something that disgusted me. Everywhere in America, it's a catch. Everywhere around the world, it's a catch. Except for the billion-dollar industry known as the NFL. Why? Because management likes to play around with the words too much. They want to reword everything. Everybody's coming up to me in the street saying, Mr. Anderson, what did you think? Did you see the game? Did you finish the game? What do you think about the ending? Was it a touchdown? Blah, blah, blah. All I said to them was, imagine if Jerry Rice played in today's era. He probably wouldn't even be the leader in wide receiver touchdowns, the great legendary Hall of Famer that he is. Imagine how many touchdowns would be taken off the books if Jerry Rice had to play in today's league. I'm old school. When I last checked, you got two hands on it. It crosses the plane. It's a catch. It's a touchdown. Case closed. No calls made to replay for Roger Goodell, who probably wants to get back in the good graces of Robert Kraft. So they say, you know what? Take it away. And the people who say that conspiracy theorists are crazy, oh no, they're crazy because they want to try to cover up and circumvent the truth that just like the Jets before them earlier this season, the Patriots get to steal another game. I'm more concerned with the fact that the Patriots are cheaters. Did anyone not notice Antonio Brown being kicked in the back of his leg, partially torn calf muscle? Are you really serious right now? But no, we're hung up over the overturned call, which the referees didn't make the touchdown signal. Based on as many times as I saw the video, it looks like the knee is down and the ball crossed the plane pretty much at the same time. Yeah, I did see a little bobble. Remember like with Dez Bryant, a little bobble? Wow, yeah. Devastating calls, folks, all across America. All across America, people are talking. People are upset. So, you know, I had to look it up just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, here we go. The NFL rulebook states in Rule 8, Section 1, Article 3, Item 1, a player is considered to be going to the ground if he does not remain upright long enough to demonstrate that he is clearly a runner. If a player goes to the ground in the act of catching a pass, in parentheses, with or without contact by an opponent, he must maintain control of the ball until after his initial contact with the ground, whether in the field of play or the end zone. If he loses control of the ball and the ball touches the ground before he regains control, the pass is incomplete. Yeah, a lot of verbiage, a lot of wordplay. That's what I saw with my own two eyes, and that's what I read to you guys out there. A lot of wordplay. Wow. Tough loss. But you know what? Steel City, baby. We're going to do what needs to be done. Antonio Brown, get better to make that postseason return where the Steelers now have a tough hill to climb, suffered at the hands of the horrible NFL rules, or I should say re-rules, the way they reword everything. It's disgusting. I'm disgusted. But hope still remains. And speaking of bad calls, look at what we saw in the Raiders versus the Cowboys. Wow, that was a crazy game. Derek Carr trying to run for a touchdown. The ball falls out of his hands and it's a fumble into the end zone, which of course it was. But how about the measuring tape, folks? Huh? That's why it's a game of inches. My man had to break out the white index card, put it in there. Make sure that the ball touched the chain. Yeah, it gets no crazier than that. But of course, let's not forget, I did make the predictions that the Cowboys would beat the Raiders, and they did. I definitely needed that play to happen, and the Cowboys escape with the 20-17 victory. So we're just going to kick it off right now with the predictions that I made, where I went right, where I went wrong. I know I have Monday night game, but I'm feeling so great at the way I bounced back from my last set of predictions, because folks, there's money to be made out there. You know, people are wagering, people want to win, and when the winners step into the winner's circle with your boy, Mr. Anderson, for the tips, I got to come through, because at the end of the day, it's all about that payola. So let's go. Dolphins versus Bills. I said the Bills would win, and the Bills held it down. Final score, 24-16. Ravens versus Browns. Ravens win 27-10. Once again, your boy right here, Mr. Anderson, a.k.a. The Prophet. Browns is still on that trek to go 0 for the season. Bengals versus Vikings. Vikings win 34-7. Marvin Lewis is leaving the Bengals after this season. Tip of the cap, bye-bye, so long, farewell. No one cares. No one cares. What's your legacy? That the Bengals can't win in prime time? Andy Dalton still hasn't won a playoff game? You want to pursue other endeavors? Whatever. You never accomplished anything with the Cincinnati Bengals. You won't be missed. And as much as I am all for African-American men to be head coaches, he sucks. So Marvin Lewis, goodbye, so long, farewell. Jets versus Saints. Saints win 31-19. Eagles versus Giants. How about Foles? Had 4 touchdown passes. Eli Manning even came through to have a good game. In a loss, Eagles win 34-29. Being that I'm here in the Situation Corner live from New York City, I ain't even mad that the Giants lost, because this has been a lost season and a disgusting season. Cardinals versus Redskins. The agonizing pick of 2 loser teams. I went with the Redskins. And in this one, folks, the Redskins were the biggest losers, because they got the win, 20-15. How about that? Packers versus Panthers. Okay, I screwed myself with this. Or more like, discount double check, Aaron Rodgers screwed me over, because I said if he does not start, Panthers. And then I said if he starts, look for the Packers to win. Has anyone ever heard of ring rust? Well, that's what discount double dud Aaron Rodgers brought to the table. Getting picked off 3 times. Panthers win 31-24. He should have stayed on the sidelines, folks. There's nothing to play for. Jaguars versus Texans. How about the Jags, folks? Shout out to the people in Jacksonville. They even have a moniker, Saxonville, because that defense is lights out. They smother the Texans. Final score 45-7. They secure a playoff spot, and for the first time in nearly a decade, folks, the Jacksonville Jaguars are back in the playoffs. And you know what? With that defense, all that Super Bowl talk, I'm not going to say nothing yet. We got to wait till the playoffs format comes out, but I don't know. I'm just going to leave it at that. Rams versus Seahawks. I had labeled this as an upset game. I said the Rams had the better defense that, creates problems for Russell Wilson. They have an offense, and did their offense go crazy? Final score 42-7. Gurley had his usual dynamic game, running roughshod and over the Seahawks. Patriots versus Steelers. I already talked about it. Final score 27-24. The cheating, blasphemous, racist New England fans in Boston, those cheating scoundrels. I'm just disgusted. But of course, we have to make mention, the Steelers did have a chance for a final play, but Big Ben threw a costly interception at the goal line. So there you have it. If anything, after that play, I would have just kicked for the field goal and forced overtime. But you know what? I'm playing Monday QB or a Monday coach. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. You did the best you could. Titans at 49ers. You see where loyalty gets you? Loyalty gets you nowhere. If you saw the previous video, and if you didn't, there's still time. You could subscribe right now to stay in the know with your boy Lex Anderson in the Sports Opinion Log and stay up to date on all the sports talk, because this is where you need to be in the know, to get in the know. Loyalty said I went with the Titans, even though I was leaning for Garoppolo, the hot hand, to carry the Niners to another victory. You see where loyalty gets you, folks? It gets you nowhere. It gets your feelings hurt as the stupid Titans lose. Final score 25-23 because the Titans and Mariota played scared. They had their field goal kicker kick a 50-yarder. It was the worst 2-minute drill I've ever seen. Go for 7. Like, this is so stupid. It's so stupid. I'm watching it on NFL Red Zone unfold. Mariota, not elite. I want to marry the F out of here. Marry him a Uber. Order him a Uber. It's time to look for the future. I want him off the Titans. Like, he is horrible. You got to go for 7. The defense hasn't even been holding the team down like that. The 49ers had more than enough time. It's like so stupid. And also, the Sunday Night Football game. Cowboys win 2017. How about Prescott, huh? How about Alfred Morris? Zeke Elliott comes back next week. Come on in. Let's see what you got. 6 games. I know he must feel supremely still well rested. The Cowboys still have a sliver of hope. A sliver, folks. A sliver of hope. But we'll see. I hate those circumstantial things. If XYZ wins, loses, and blah, 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 tie game, you have a spot. I hate when they do that. But it makes for an entertaining last week of football. And speaking of last but not least, Monday Night Football, Falcons versus the Bucks. As much as I love bashing them, let's go with the ATL on this one. I got a football. You know, it would have just been better if he didn't go to the ground, though, honestly. You got the football. No one's near you. Just walk it in, man. You see, just walk it in. Walk it in. Just like that. That falling to the ground. Obviously, the league has shown these players on offense, they will rob you of a first down. They will rob you of a touchdown at the slightest chance they get based on how you make contact with the ground. And make sure you don't bobble the football. Make sure you hold it so you can score. Speaking of score, well, this is the strong hand. This is your boy Lex Anderson. Shout out. Steelers Nation. The Terrible Towel. I'm signing out.